We are just about live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Right now, it's time for me to introduce my friend who always does the proper, solid introduction of this wonderful show that we're about to do, known as Cruising with the Case Handler. Adam Handler, take the wheel, man. I'm gonna.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, it's Monday, so I gotta get into it. Um, all right, so it is February 22nd at 9:30 a.m. and it's a Monday morning. So if it's a Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, or Friday morning at 9:30, you know what I'm doing, right? You know what Conrad's doing. You know what Nelson's doing. We're here, and we're here to talk about our firm, Pollock, Isaac and DeSico, a full-service law firm here in Manhattan. I, of course, am your boy, Adam Handler, the case handler. I'm a partner of the personal injury department, and we are here on a show called Cruising with the Case Handler. It's a show that we started a year ago, a little over a year ago, just to kind of let everybody out there know who we are, what we do, and how we do it. Again, who we are. We are Pollock, Isaac and DeSico, otherwise known as PPID. What we do, we are a full service law firm. We all are practicing attorneys that have a specific area of law that we focus on, that we embrace, that we love. And how do we do it? We do it in an exceptional way. Not only do we get you the best possible legal result for your specific situation, but we treat you like family. We treat you like a friend. So if that sounds good to you, I highly suggest that you take this number down. Or just remember that we're out there, and when the time comes, if and when you ever need a really good lawyer, you just Google us and search for us. So again, we are Pollock, Isaac and DeSico. Our phone number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844 PPID law. That's 844 PPID law. I'm down with PPID. I know Conrad's down with PPID. Nelson, last time I checked, he's down with PPID. Squeeze, I guess the only question is, not only are you down with PPID, but are the people out there listening on 93.5 FM and Facebook, are they down with PPID?
Come on, you know me. I'm down with PPID, and I'm sure that everyone that's tuning in right now is down with Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico. 60-year plus cannot be wrong for this company or this community. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking personal injury. We're going to be talking immigration. I've got the stalwarts here. We've got the Nelson Madrid. Good morning, Nelson. How are you feeling today?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you, man. Like those, diplomas up on the wall there, checking you out in your office. It seems like you got a lot going on there, huh?
I always got a lot going on. Busy's good.
Busy's always good. And let's check in with the managing partner, Conrad Pollock. We missed our convo yesterday, but we'll make it happen today. How you feeling today?
All good. All good. Nice, enjoyable long weekend, and back to it this week, and big week ahead.
Great. Speaking about that, a week ahead, I caught something last week where Biden was pushing for a lot to happen when it comes to immigration. Did you guys hear about that in the news right before the weekend?
Well, his immigration proposal,
yes,
legislative proposal was sent to the Senate, and I'm assuming at some point soon they're going to start debating it. There's not a lot of hope at the moment for it to be passing in its present form. There's going to be a lot of back and forth, give and take, but hopefully something legislative will happen.
What do you personally think is going to happen, in your own opinion?
I think there are going to be a lot of changes. Biden basically asked for everything, including the kitchen sink. I'm expecting to have to give up to get what he wants. He'll give up some of the provisions, but it's going to be a tough slog. I mean, the Senate is 50-50, and there are some Democrats that are conservative, like Manchin from West Virginia. I don't know that he would go along with something like this. There's a lot of anti-immigrant sentiment still out there. And Trump is still talking about coming back in 24. And so a lot of the Republicans are afraid to cross him. And, so it's hard to say. I don't know.
It's unbelievable, but I believe we definitely need a path for the 11 million out of status immigrants that we actually have here in the United States. So hopefully something comes out of it. I'm very optimistic about it. And I think if it's going to happen, it needs to happen now.
Well, the administration has been doing a lot of legislating, let's call it, by executive order. So a lot of the nasty, cruel things that the previous administration did, the Biden administration has already in a month, gone about reversing a lot of the stuff. But it takes time.
Absolutely.
Takes time. I mean, one of the things that the previous administration did was this MPP program, which refugees that were coming to the United States, they made them, rather than coming into the U.S. and having a hearing and being released to their family in the U.S., they stopped doing that, and they basically said, no, you got to wait in Mexico or somewhere else until we call your number. So they set up these refugee camps, let's call them. And these people just had to stay there waiting, and subject to all kinds of abuse from gangs and from kidnappers and just criminals, and just right in the midst of a criminal element there. And the whole idea behind the administration's program was to make it as difficult and as terrible as possible, make these people, their existence as miserable, so they give up their claims for asylum and go home. The Biden administration has reversed that, although they can't do it 100% because they're afraid that all these refugees will storm the border. But they're implementing a piece by piece process there to correct the abuses of the Trump administration, and that's just one example of the things that the Biden administration is trying to get straight. Many other examples that I'm sure Nelson could probably fill you in. Nelson, what do you think?
What do you think, Nelson, about everything that's going on with Biden and his proposal to the Senate and the whole 9 yards?
That was good, Conrad.
Surprise.
Yeah. Look, I agree with what Conrad said. I think it's a tough road. But again, you sue for $1 billion, knowing you're not going to get $1 billion, and hopefully you get a nice settlement. Hopefully, yes, there are some Democrats who are conservative. There's also some Republicans, such as Susan Collins, who aren't as conservative as the rest of them, who, apparently are interested and, recognize that immigration needs to be reformed. So, I mean, stay tuned,
Absolutely. Once again, folks, if you're just joining us, I am David Squeezanic, the CEO of the Link Up Media Group of companies. Been on the station since 1996. And of course, immigration has always been something that is extremely important to me. I am an immigrant within this community. I have seen what, solid attorneys can do for the immigrant community. Adam Handler has been there with me since for 15 solid years. He's practicing 17, going 18. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very thankful for what Adam Handler has brought to this community in the capacity of personal injury, and also, of course, now working with a firm, PPID, which was built on immigration. So you've got a full service law firm. If you ever need an attorney, make sure you call respectively for personal injury or immigration, separate departments at the firm, ladies and gentlemen. And everyone here happens to be partners and practicing attorneys. And that is a proud thing of mine here, to have such great attorneys here. So once again, the phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPID-LAW. You want to find out, can you go about getting a green card? Can you get a work permit? Can you get your citizenship? All you need to do, set up a consultation, speak with one of the attorneys, call them now, 844-774-3529. You get hurt in an accident, who are you going to call? Not the Ghostbusters. You're going to call Adam Handler, the case handler, okay, the Beast, the Shark, whatever names you want to give him, the Hot Stepper. Just don't call him late for dinner. If you get hurt in an accident, call this man, 844-PPID-LAW. That's 844-774-3529. You just heard from Conrad Pollock. You just heard from Nelson Madrid. We're going to flip from immigration to personal injury, and then we'll come back and we'll get some questions into you, Nelson and Conrad, in reference to immigration. Adam Handler, the case handler.
How you doing? How was the weekend?
Weekend was came and went, man.
Yeah.
It's came and went.
That's how it usually happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had an awesome Friday. You know, a bunch of cases, settled, which we can talk about. Not in too much detail because they're still in the process of putting the final touches on. But we had a nice Friday. You know, we got a decision in a case in which the judge awarded our client $88,125. So $88,125. Now, what was so great about that case, and we'll definitely talk about it in detail, maybe we'll have the client come on, is that was one of those cases where the insurance company said, nope, goodbye, we're not paying anything, we're not responsible for this accident. You know, send us one of those letters saying, dear Mr. Handler, after careful consideration, we have determined our insured is not liable for this accident. We won't be paying you anything. And of course, a couple of years later, a judge has now awarded my client $88,125. So that's great. We had a settlement, $175,000 for a woman that slipped and fell in front of her building on some black ice. We had a $75,000 settlement, which was the second part of a $100,000 settlement. There was a $25,000 insurance policy that was paid, and then we went after this gentleman's own insurance. He had that supplemental insurance, so we were able to get the maximum $75,000, so a full $100,000. So, you know, nearly $400,000 for case handler clients on Friday alone, which was a great feeling, great way to start the weekend with some people saying, Mr. Handler, you are the best. You lived up to what your reputation is, and I am so grateful. So, always a good feeling, Squeeze, when you can do a job well done. Or not.
Unmute. Unmute. Let me unmute. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the number to call is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Okay. Make sure you reach out to, of course, our friends over at PPID. I was hoping that you were going to be actually pulling up one of our true success stories there. And
yes, we can certainly do that. Do I have?
That's what I wanted to do,
Okay, excuse me, I'm sorry. So you just figured I'd take the reins and your duties as a broadcaster would be relieved. Is that what I am to understand, Squeeze?
Yes, sir. It would be.
Fair enough, my friend. Fair enough. Let's pull up the website, pull up the case handler, and those, of course, listening on 93.5 FM. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you. You're the community that's embraced me nearly my entire professional career, and you are certainly the community that I have embraced back. If you can safely do so now or later, go one step further. Check me out on my social media. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Check out the Case Handler. You'll be connected to my practice. You'll see exactly what we're talking about. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of smiling faces, individuals that never expected in a million years they get into an accident, but unfortunately they did, and we've helped them recover over $130 million. So some pretty special things. These are, the smiling faces we're talking about on our website and social media. And, I always say, Squeeze, don't take my word for it. Don't take, your word for it, Squeeze. Don't take the other DJs on this radio station that have routinely endorsed me and sent me their friends and families to represent. Take those who have come before you that never in a million years thought they'd get into an accident. And then unfortunately they did. This is one case that, I love talking about. Ian, not his real name, actually the name of my brother, believe it or not, but not the real name of the client. And Squeeze, you got to unmute yourself, but after you do so, would you just
unmuted, man.
Would you just read that quote for me?
Absolutely. Adam Handler, the case handler, is my guy. He did a lot for me. And this is Ian from Long Island. A lot? That's an understatement, man. An understatement for this accident case. $1.5 million. Adam should say, did I do that? Like Steve Urkel?
Now you sound like Urkel. You look like Urkel today with those.
Do that? $1.5 million. Now, ladies and gentlemen, turn up your radio. Everybody out there right now, seriously speaking, if you get hurt in an accident, Who do you want to go fight for you? You want the top attorney. Yeah. Stop listening to all these other people out there. This man has proven himself to this community. He has proven himself on this radio station. He has proven himself with many of the DJs on this radio station. He has proven himself with referrals from this community. His name is Adam Handler. $1.5 million for Ian from Long Island City.
And the reason why, I pulled up this case, not only because it was a big case. This is a construction accident case. The gentleman was working on a site on a Friday. They were rushing through the job. There was individuals working above him that should not have been above him. And a sledgehammer that his coworker was using actually broke. The head of the sledgehammer broke off the handle and came flying down and knocked into Ian while he was on a ladder. So a falling object case, and also a case in which our client fell as well. So very, very serious accident. And they paid the $1.5 million. But what made me think about this case is that, last night out of nowhere, I get a text message and it says, "Hey, Adam, now this case settled about a year and a half ago. Right. And I would say most of the cases that I settle, you don't normally hear from the clients too much after that. They go their separate ways. They don't, we're still friends, we're still family, but we're not in constant contact as we are when the case is going on. And he just randomly sent me a text message saying, "Hey, Adam, hope everything is well. Just saying what's up. And thanks again for everything." This is an individual that I helped a year and a half ago, and just decided just to text me. And I'm reading, I still have the text messaging. January 1st, New Year's Day. "Hey, Adam, wishing a happy new year to you and your family. Nothing but the best." A week before that, for Christmas, "Happy holidays to you and your family. Hope everything is great. Enjoy the holiday season. Be safe and take care, my guy." This is the kind of relationships that I develop with my clients. So it's not only about the money. Of course, that is the only thing I can do for them. I can only get them monetary compensation. But like I said in the beginning of the show, we are exceptional attorneys that do exceptional legal work and get exceptional legal results. But we do it in a way in which our clients, really do consider to be part of the process and part of our family. So something I'm very proud of. It's not always about the millions of dollars. It's also about the relationships and knowing that you've really changed a life when their life changed after an accident.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're in tune to Cruising with a Case Handler, a show that we do each and every single weekday right here at 9:30 a.m. on 93.5 on Link Up Radio. And we're very appreciative of the fact that you took some time to actually listen to the attorneys talking about personal injury. Adam Handler, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, is a very special human being when it comes to people who get hurt in accidents, about the way he goes about handling those cases and fighting so hard for you. I've seen him done it. He has done it from my family. He has done it from many families out there. Reach out to him. His number is 844-774-3529. Dial the number, every one of you. If it's your first time tuning in and you want the number of an excellent law firm, an exceptional law firm, dial this number now, let it ring for about 15 seconds, and then store the number in your phone. The number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Anyone, if you get hurt in that accident, go with Adam Handler, the case handler. 15 years strong, $130 million in settlement and verdicts he has actually received, ladies and gentlemen, for his clients. So please make sure you store the number. You may not need it now, but look towards the future. Things do happen. Reach out to Adam Handler, the case handler. 844-774-3529. Flipping from personal injury now from the firm Pollock, Isaac, and DeSico. We're going to switch it over to immigration. It's time to rock and roll with some questions for the Mavericks and the Maestros, the immigration attorneys at the firm. And we're going to jump it off with one for you here, Mr. Madrid. It says here, 5 years ago, I took bad advice from a friend about working in the United States on my visitor's visa. And everyone starts smiling already. Upon arriving at the port, I was processed, questioned, and found inadmissible. Consequently, I was asked to apply for a withdrawal of admission. I was in US custody, and the next day I was sent back on a flight to Jamaica. In 2018, I applied, but was told that due to my intention to violate the terms of my visa, I couldn't be granted a visa. I was also told by the consular officer to be more settled in my job and then reapply. What are my chances? This has to do with visitor's visa per se, and I don't know how much the firm can do in reference to visitor's visa. Gentlemen?
Right. So, working while on a tourist visa obviously violates the terms of that visa. I'll assume that the person was on a tourist visa because obviously it appears that based on what he's saying, that was the reason he was found to be inadmissible. Again, anytime you apply for a visa or anytime you are seeking to enter the United States or seeking admission, the analogy that is often used is that you're knocking at the door. So it's really at the discretion of that officer on whether or not to let you in. This person may be eligible for a waiver depending on whether or not if he has a qualifying relative. I don't know that. Reapplying for a visa, obviously they will know what happened before, and it's something that they could definitely use against him and deny his visa. It's tough. It's a tough situation. By hiring a lawyer, I'm not sure you could necessarily sway, the CBP officer or the consulate to give you that visa. Again, you're in a bad situation. I wish I had something more positive to say.
Okay, all right. Once again, folks, and you know what? I wanted to also put in there, Nelson, before someone actually overstay on their visa, I'm not talking about working on a visa now, but you have a lot of people who come to the United States. I have a lot of Jamaican friends who come here, and before one overstay on their visa, they could actually reach out to you guys and find out about how they can extend their stay and keep their visa, right?
Or correct, or change status.
Yeah, it's important to take steps to protect your status before it expires.
Right.
Come as a tourist, a student, or whatever. If your visa lapses, if the time that you were granted, 6 months or whatever it is, if you overstay by a day, that's it. You blew it. You don't get another chance. You can't change your status. You can't do anything really to legalize unless you get married to a U.S. citizen. So yes, the time to speak to us is before that happens. Do the extension, leave, come back, change to something else. The time to do that is before your stay expires. Once your stay expires, the law is really strict.
Okay. And people, I hope you all heard that. Don't even stay a day over the time you're supposed to stay. Once again, folks, it doesn't hurt to get a consultation. As a matter of fact, it costs you less to get the consultation, okay, rather than overstaying your visa. All right. Get the consultation. Find out what can be done. Find out from the attorneys what can they do for you to protect your status. And stop taking bad advice. Stop taking advice, period, from people on immigration who knows nothing or not enough about immigration. We have seen and heard the nightmares. And that's the reason why we have PPID here. That's the reason why we have Nelson Madrid, Conrad Pollux. Okay, we have, of course, the case handler. Make the phone call to the firm. 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPIDLAW. Here's another question. A friend of mine is involved with someone in Jamaica. However, the person's documents are currently before immigration authorities in the United States of America. His mom is currently filing for her son, who is married, along with her daughters and grandchildren. But the son was intending on getting a divorce from his wife and possibly marrying someone else. So he wanted to know how this would affect this filing process. He also wants to know if there's any way to fix it without affecting the current process. The filing has been in progress for the last 5 to 6 years, and all persons are over 18 years old. I'm wondering what advice you would give in this situation. Pretty long, Ed.
I'm assuming mom is a U.S. citizen because in order to file for a married son or daughter that's over 21, which I'm assuming the principal beneficiary is, the petitioner or the mother has to be a U.S. citizen. Residents can't apply for married children. So U.S. citizen mother is applying for a married son or daughter, first off, it's in the third preference category. It takes probably, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years to finish a case like that. Now, again, assuming mom is married, this person can get a divorce, and he can remarry the other spouse to include her. Again, the key here is mom is a U.S. citizen, and there won't be a problem. Nothing really will change there. The case, I don't know, did he say when it was filed?
No.
Right. As far as the kids, the grandchildren of the mother, the U.S. citizen mother who's applying, they're going to need to be under 21 in order to be included in the case. He said everybody's over 18.
Yeah.
It doesn't really tell us much. If the
Progress
kids are
for 5 to 6 years. Yeah.
the kids are over 21, there is an exception under what's called the CSPA. But if the kids are under 21, they'll, on the date of the interview, they can come. If not, they're not going to be able to come, and their mom or dad, once they get their green cards, will have to apply for them separately, and that'll take years as well.
Okay. Once again, folks, we're doing the immigration section of the programming here, Cruising with a Case Handler. If you're out there and you have the number, do me a favor, do me a solid, do us all a solid, text that number to someone that you believe need to speak with a professional. All right, just text that number. The number is 844-774-3529. Sharing is caring. You have heard them on the radio for well over a year, solidly answering immigration questions and helping people when it comes to accidents. Text the number 844-774-3529 to a friend or someone who you think might need it. Here's another question. I'm currently in Jamaica and thinking about going to the United States to get married. However, because of the coronavirus pandemic, I am putting it on hold. The person to whom I'll be marrying is an American citizen. However, I don't have any pictures or evidence of our relationship. Do you think this will affect the filing process?
I
Nelson?
don't know what filing process he's talking about, but my advice would be the U.S. citizen is here in the U.S. and he is in Jamaica.
Yes.
U.S. citizen should get on a plane, go marry him in Jamaica, come back here and apply for the green card. It'll take about a year for him to get his green card. Sounds like he might be talking about a potential fiance visa or something like that. There are no pictures. There's no evidence to demonstrate there's a relationship over the past 2 years. They're not going to get a fiance visa. Somebody's got to make a trip somewhere. The wife or the fiance, who's a U.S. citizen, needs to go to Jamaica, marry him, come back here, apply for the green card. It'll take a year. Even for the fiance visa, it'll take a year. So there's no difference.
Right. Also, you want to be careful again, and we talk about this often with immigrant intent, right? What do you mean you're going to travel to the United States to get married? How are you getting to the United States? On a visitor visa? So a visitor visa, something that's supposed to be temporary in nature, but your plan is to go there and get married. Sounds like a fraud issue to me.
Yep. And if you do that, you come here and you get a tourist visa, you come here and you marry within a month of getting here, you're going to have a fraud issue. Do what I said. U.S. citizen wife, get on a plane, go down to Jamaica for a week or two, hang out on the beach, get married, come back here and apply.
There you go. Final question. Hopefully you guys can get this one before the top of the hour. Nelson, maybe you can hit this one out of the park. Hi, my friend's wife went to the United States on a visiting visa and has decided not to return. My friend and his wife have both decided to begin divorce proceedings. As it relates to my friend, his mother is a naturalized United States citizen and is currently filing for him. He is wondering if the current situation with his wife will affect his filing.
Well, it's not gonna affect his filing. He's got other issues. He'll probably accrue unlawful presence at some point. You know, if his mother is a citizen, which I imagine, as Conrad said before, it would be an F3 category. You're talking about 13 years. He would obviously fall out of status by then. He would need a waiver because, again, he would obviously be out of status at the time his visa did become current. So you've got issues, and I would recommend you speak with an attorney. Your case is not as simple as it sounds.
Good news is if he gets a divorce, it'll become a first preference case. It'll go faster. So it'll be 6 or 7 years, but it'll still take some time. He'll be illegal by then.
He should definitely call PPID. He should definitely call the firm Pollock, Isaac, and Nasico. He should definitely call you, Conrad, you, Nelson Madrid, and get a consultation, retain the firm, and let them handle such a case. The number once to get a call is 844-774-3529. Thanks to the 93.5 FM listeners. We're going to continue a little bit on Facebook to top it off, but we do appreciate you. Pass the number on, store the number, 844-PPID-LAW. That's 844-774-3529. For accident cases and immigration cases, 844-PPID-LAW.
It's 10 o'clock.
Right in there. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We have squeezed in the immigration questions. Any additional words you want to add, Mr. Personal Injury Man?
Listen, I'm always just so grateful that we have such wonderful following of this show, of our practice, of, support of what we're trying to accomplish here at the firm. We really are, I use the word, and I don't use it lightly, exceptional attorneys. We're also good guys. And, it really does help us, excel what we do. And we enjoy working with each other, and we enjoy the people we work for. So, again, hopefully you never need us, but God forbid you do. We are here for you. We are Pollock Isaac DeSico. I am Adam Handler. I am your case handler. And thanks for tuning in every day. We appreciate it.
And thanks to each and every one out there for tuning in again on behalf of myself, Nelson Madrid, the immigration attorney and a partner at the firm, Conrad Pollock, the managing partner. Once again, they're all practicing attorneys, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like they're sitting in some corner not doing anything. They are truly, genuinely practicing attorneys that is looking out for a people. Make the call. The number once again is 844-774-3529. As Adam would always say, the best thing that he would ask for is not only to follow his Instagram page, The Case Handler, but also to, of course, tip us, spread the word, let other people know about us, let them know that we are here to help you all out.
And all you got to do is share that page. So if you're listening to us right now, obviously you're watching us on Facebook. If you could share that page, that would be very, very helpful in helping spread the word about what we do here. So you've already gotten one step out of the way. That's following us on social media. Take it one step further. Let other people out there know what we're doing here at the firm.
There you go. Thank you so much, Adam Handler. You are the case handler. And thanks so much, Conrad Pollock, the maestro, Nelson Madrid, of course, the Maverick. Thank you, attorneys, for being here. I am David Anarchy, CEO of the Link Up Media Group of Companies. Have yourself an amazing Monday, and please store the number 844-774-3529 for a good law firm, an exceptional law firm. Make sure you make that link. Thank you so much. And also, of course, before I go, don't forget, join the newsletter, news@ppid.com. I'm quite sure Zaina and Ali will also share the link to opt in for the newsletter. But remember, email news@ppid.com. Get on the newsletter list, ladies and gentlemen. You'll find out about all the updates, the plethora of executive orders done by Biden recently. I want to stay informed, so I'm a part of that newsletter. Make sure you do so also. That's news@ppid.com. Once again, thank you all so much. And remember the number 844-PPID-LAW. Have an amazing Monday.